Hello, Boxer. Welcome to Boxing Block Center. I want to give my thoughts and final predictions for the Ajagba Mansour fight, which will be taking place tomorrow night on Sunday morning over here in Central Europe. I will be watching the fight live and direct on DAZN. It will be on the Porter versus Ugas undercard. Hopefully they get it televised this time around because Ajagba's last fight wasn't televised. I waited and waited and waited, but I couldn't get the fight until one of my colleague, or let's say one of a very good friend of mine, sent me the video. But tomorrow night I'll definitely be keeping watch for the fight. So Amir Mansour, a guy that has been in with the likes of Dominic Brazil, Filip Ergovic. That was his last fight anyway, and he got defeated by Ergovic. He got, defeated via KO. Ergovic is another prospect who is very much talented, if not more talented than Ajagba. Ergovic is a better boxer than Ajagba. I've watched both of those guys fight, But Ergovic does not possess the power of Ajagba. Ajagba is a monster. He's got that monstrous power, and his jab is very heavy. His jab can literally tear your face off if you're not careful. If I remember the fight against Hernandez, Ajagba against Hernandez, Rodney Hernandez tried to come forward, try to outpower Ajagba. But Ajagba jabbed this guy's face off so bad that this guy couldn't stop bleeding. His face got messed up by Ajagba's jab. Just his jab. He wasn't really putting in, great effort, to take him out of there or try to throw combinations. Ajagba out-jabbed Hernandez and literally teared his face up. So, Amir Mansour has got to really, watch out for that jab. But the thing is that Ajagba has more reach than Amir Mansour. Mansour is a guy who is a very good inside fighter. He's a guy who's got the skills in the world, but I think age is already catching up with him. He's 46 years old now. He has, 57 KO ratio. He's not a really KO guy. He's not a guy that possesses monstrous power like Ajagba. So that would be a very huge disadvantage going into this fight against Ajagba. The fight will be interesting. It will be 8 rounder, and I expect Ajagba to do the job in the second to third round. I expect Ajagba to outpower Amir Mansour, but I also expect Ajagba to be very smart and to always pump his jab out there. But this fight is going to be very interesting because it's not a walkover fight. It's not a fight that Ajagba will just go there and outpower him and finish. No. Because Ajagba needs to be very careful in this fight. He's got to always let his jab do the job. If I watched the fight against Hernandez, I saw how Ajagba did in that fight, and he did perfectly fine. And he has to apply the same strategy for this fight. Make sure your jab is out there. You've got the longer reach. Make sure this guy, make sure you tear up his face with a jab before you then, throw the right hand, because his right hand is another weapon that can literally, make people go to sleep. How can Amir Mansour beat Ajagba? he will have to try to get on the inside because Ajagba is not really a good inside fighter. Like I said, Ajagba only has 8 fights and he's still very much learning on a job. So he's not a good inside fighter. He doesn't possess the deadly uppercut that Joshua possesses. So if Amir Mansour can try work on the inside and not get hit on purpose, then he will have some success, but that isn't going to be enough against Ajagba because one punch from Ajagba can do damage. His jab alone is very solid. Whenever he throws his jab, it's a very damn solid jab, and it's a jab that can crack up your face at any given time. So I expect this fight to be good. I expect Ajagba to do the job, and I expect Ajagba to put up a very good performance. Amir Mansour will try his best, we come fighting, but I don't think that will be enough. The youth is with Ajagba. Ajagba's got the power. Ajagba also has got the longer reach, which makes it very much easy for Ajagba to either outjab and bust up Amir Mansour's face or go in there overpower him. Amir Mansour is going to have to work a lot on his movement. He has to move around the ring because if he tries to go toe-to-toe with Ajagba, he's going to get blasted out of there. He's going to get bamboozled. So that's my prediction for the fight. Ajagba to win the fight by KO by stoppage in the first to third round. Maximum third round. But we never know what happens. So we'll just have to see and watch what Ajagba does, because if he applies the strategy of taking it easy or just going the distance with Amir Mansour, I don't think that would be a very good sign for the opponents out there. All the opponents who are looking forward to fight Ajagba. So he has to go there, try to use his jab as much as he can, and try to definitely outpower Amir Mansour and maybe tire him out. Just outpower him. Because if you don't, Amir Mansour might have to then work on his movement, move around the ring, and then frustrate Ajagba. That's all for now, guys. Like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Cheers, everyone.